Hello. Hello, everyone. This is Build a Game Part 5.
Woo!
We are... I don't know where we are in this game, I guess. I was like, basically, I guess, well, was it? So 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, we had a shorter stream. So I made the executive decision of, we're going to go up to 7 streams, I think. So there's tonight, and then there's 6 and 7. So there's like 2 more streams after this. So I kind of want to start, I don't want to say I want to start winding down, but I guess this is the stream where we're going to try to get some like mechanics in there or something. I guess try and like make a big gameplay mechanic thing, and then spend the next 2 streams kind of like making it work in some way, in some fashion, is the plan. We'll see where we actually end up with any of that.
We've been informed it still says Stardew Valley.
No, it doesn't.
No.
It shouldn't.
Okay, well, then Taco Pill's lying.
Well,
Maybe he is. Maybe he is.
You love Taco Pill. He's your moderator.
it might be cached for some reason in his computer.
Yeah, like if you had it open, I'm gonna check the. If you had it open and it gets changed, like you're not gonna see the change. Yeah, it says. Oh, now it's playing on the screen. It says build a game. If you reload the stream.
Alright.
I'm going to close out of various things that will... Okay, I'm making sure I have like multiple Firefoxes open. I'm making sure it's not getting overwritten. Alright, so... Oh my god, I'm like... Basically now my first instinct is to try and find anything I could do to not actually start working on this, but we will start working on this.
Let's make some chinchillas.
So let's actually see. So I will say I'm still rock spawning. I did upgrade the engine because there was like a version update for Unreal, so this is like 19 something. We've been like 18.4 or whatever. Now it's like 19.1 or whatever. Whatever the latest one is, like came out a day or 2 ago, I think.
What is that thing?
What? That's the monster. That's the chupacabra.
So imagine one of those chinchillas.
You haven't seen this. Have you seen this?
I have not
Turned
seen this. I
inside
was
out.
busy the last time.
That's what it is.
That's a great thing to just walk
Turned
by.
inside out.
Turned inside out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's the monster version.
That is.
Oh, I can't crouch.
Can you see it?
It's not. Yeah. Well, in a few minutes, a minute or 2, all these chinchillas should turn into those things.
What?
That's a monster. So like the mechanic we have right now is they have a happiness meter, and when the happiness meter is like slowly drains.
You look so devastated.
I am.
When the happiness meter drains, it's going to.
It's like when you say it, it's supposed to go on cue.
Yeah.
When the happiness meter
No, it's
drains.
gonna be like it's like 2 minutes or something. It's not. I didn't time it for 2 minutes. It's like just about as long as it'll take. I don't know if I'm gonna do that long of a thing. Oh, there they go.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh God, no.
So now they're all evil monster things.
Huh. We could almost make the rocks come out of them. It's like the insides get released from them, right? When they turn.
Gosh.
And then we use the rocks.
I don't know if I'm gonna. I need to figure out what to do with the rocks.
Yeah.
The rocks are just like they're just there.
Chinchilla poo-poo?
Yeah. Whoa. How is the stream looking, by
It's looking good.
the way? Alright.
Got the 4 windows set up.
Yeah.
Weird and jumpy a little.
Depends on the. Yeah, it might be my computer next week.
Yeah. No, my computer is weird and jumpy.
Oh,
It's like
okay.
it feels, I don't know. It's a new engine where unlike Unity, they like do major feature changes like every update basically. So there's like things that happen. So what I'm going to work on, first thing I'm going to work on is I think I want to try and fix the creature spawn. So like the way this works right now is the chinchilla and the chupacabra are like two separate kind of prefabs. So like when the chinchilla's happiness meter goes down to 0, it actually deletes itself and then spawns a chupacabra. The issue with that is because in the half second where they both exist, both their physics are still active, so it tries to like just offset it a bit. So it's not, I mean, it's just a little thing, but like it would make it harder to, I don't know, I might see how complicated that's going to get, because if it's going to be like a weird, complicated solution that's going to be the rest of the stream, I don't think I will, I think we'll just live with it. But if I could fix that, it would kind of make designing stuff a little bit easier. The other major big thing I want to work on is like have movement for these characters. So like the chupacabras, I want them to like actually target the player and like chase after them. I don't know if there's like I guess I will wait for a suggestion on what they should do when the chupacabras actually catch you or not. But I at least think that the chinchillas could be like just bouncing around or whatever for the time being. Like they won't have like any AI, they just like bounce a little. But the chupacabras, I think I want AI for, unless AI becomes a nuisance to build. So then in that case, I'm going to start Googling right away. So I do have the sheet open. If you go to, I mean, I think, yeah. We have the suggestion stuff on the screen. So if you make a suggestion and go to that form, I will see it here. And I will try to implement things as I can, but game development is hard, so we end up, I mean, we've got like a list of ideas, and we have like 2 or 3 of them are like actually getting worked on.
Well, it's kind of like a game jam in that respect, right?
Yeah, basically.
This is like a game jam you can watch.
Yeah. Watch every little bit of it, including the Googling.
Yes.
Most important part of programming, copy and paste.
Speaking of game jams, Loot 'em Dare next Saturday. Next Friday.
Get hype.
I can't. Yeah, I lost track of when it was coming up. It's like, oh, it's like a month away. It's like, nope, it is.
No.
Yeah, the only reason I've been keeping track of it is because Taro keeps mentioning it so much. So.
Yeah.
Can't miss it.
Yeah, it's a busy week coming up.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. There's a lot of local things going on. There's an annual meeting on. Nope, that's. Well, we can talk about it later after. So I need to find projectile. Well, look and see.
What are you looking for? Like,
So I'm trying to look. Oh, you guys
can crowdsource some of those things.
A little bit. Well, I'm trying to look and see if there's like a how to do like a little bounce, like a little random like I don't know, I'm trying to think of the word. Like I basically want the behavior of the chinchillas right now to be like every couple seconds they just do a little like hop or whatever in like a random direction. So like I mean so they just like bounce around a little bit, and so they basically something so they like actually move rather than just be there. But I am trying to look and see like how do I do like a random physics impulse. That was the word I was looking for.
Yeah, I guess I looked that up. All I know is the Unity, right? You could just do the rigid body physics force thing. Maybe they have something similar here.
They definitely have something similar. I am confident it is a more complicated process. Alright, so we have.
What's a video game?
Alright, so unless someone
a
has
simulation? Oh, no, I was
What?
trying to answer his what's a video game question. Sorry.
Never heard of that before. Video game.
video. You know, I kind of don't like Unreal's whole deal with like.
Help.
No, I don't know. It's their blueprints. There's definitely better ways to like optimize their blueprints. Like I can bring this over if that didn't get messed up.
So they do have an add force function.
Yeah, that's what I think.
That's what you're seeing too. Oh. Add
I-
force
I-
to a character.
That sounds about right. Yeah, no. The thing I was saying is like this is I don't like this spaghetti I'm developing because it's like so basically like the way this this is update basically every frame event tick
Yeah.
this event.
It's very similar to Construct, right? I think
Yeah.
it has a similar.
Oh, I think it's
Labeling.
more like Game Maker.
Yeah.
And it's how it's laid out.
Oh yeah, I was talking about the event tick thing.
So but they have like sequence. So this is basically just like things that trigger in order, but there's like stuff that's like connected here because this is time elapsed since I guess start of the game, and this is like the multiplier, the sad rate basically of how they lose happiness. So that's all like hooked up into that, and then.
And then
So-
when they do that, they spawn the thing.
Yeah.
Right? And they spawn it on themselves, itself.
Yeah. So this is basically I have it set so like the first thing it does every frame is it checks to see if it's going to turn to a chupacabra. So it triggers that if their happiness is like less than or equal to 0, it sets it to chupacabra time. So it'll do all this calculation, and then it will.
So do we just need to make a timer for the jumping then? So every frame it checks the timer?
Yeah. So I think the first thing I want to do is just get it like actually bouncing. I do kind of want to see if there's a way I can like have it bounce and then it'll like upright itself, because otherwise it's just going to bounce all over the place and it'll go upside down or whatever.
Freeze rotation? You freeze the rotation of thing on a certain.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Right?
It
If
just
you don't
bounce
care about
around.
it flopping around and things.
Yeah.
Or you could just freeze it when it lands, but maybe that's a little more complicated.
Let me look it up. So add force.
Football. What? Cowboy hat.
Oh,
those
this is
are the names of them, huh?
Yeah, that's the name of the hat.
I thought
Yeah.
it was like a function. It's like, what? Add force football. Get out of here.
Static mesh. That is probably the base.
Huh, that's interesting, because then
Yeah.
it gives you all of your, whatever they call them, actors and stuff.
The variables. Yeah, I mean that's the nice thing with Unreal is like it's very dynamic with like the stuff you add. So like you could drag things out, and I mean like basically like this is just a random vector like
Yeah.
X, Y, and Z, but you can like drag off of this, click promote to variable, and it just immediately makes it like a variable on the object. So actually, let's search random. I don't. All right, this is math. I do this in my day job, and I don't want to do it now. So
Is your brain on math?
yeah,
Math, not even once.
add force.
Math is cool.
Yeah,
That's
I guess
cool.
recently I was just reading all about the dot and cross product of vectors and why to use them.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
No, I
That's
gotta-
fun.
Now you're talking about my job.
That's fun.
No, it's
I
not.
gotta-
Well, it's
I
very
gotta-
useful in games. I
gotta see it next
These
The
are
class.
dot product
too.
of a vector will
Well, that's maybe, that's probably why
Transposition of-
it's applicable in games.
Yeah.
So I was trying to get anyways.
Yeah, it's good.
It's
No.
still pretty hard to wrap my head around, but it's nice to see it happen in a game when you put it in there and then you see the results.
I don't
Gives
think
it
that
more of a
worked.
concrete.
Is it raining meat?
It's raining meteorites.
That has the word meat in it. Close enough. I think.
No, well, met. It has the word met.
Well, you don't say meteorites, you say meteorites.
Mm.
Oh, well, I was just going off the spelling, but you're correct phonetically.
I'm just going with whatever makes me right.
Yes.
Phonetic is important.
Oh, we don't see the.
So who's on the stream? We never got to that part of the stream.
Oh, like introducing everybody?
Whose program here? Whose computer are we looking at?
It's
here?
my computer. It's John. You know, everyone knows. Everyone knows me.
Wow. This is very
If you
it's
want
good
to
that you don't
know
have
more,
self-esteem issues.
if you want to know more, you probably should check out the earlier videos in this series. We're just so tired of
No.
introducing ourselves, right?
I feel like you've been. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Yes, I am John. I am. The joke is that I am on every single stream basically, except every now and then. So.
The producer, creator, lead developer, and only developer on whatever the name is. This game have a name?
No, that's probably last. I always.
Untitled development work here.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a project name, or like, you know, like Scorpio and stuff like that. Project.
I don't know. What is the Unreal project called on your computer right now?
It's like TVGS Hodgepodge or something.
Untitled work currently known as TVGS Hodgepodge.
Yeah.
It's in the top right. I thought that was the name of the account.
Oh no.
Because in Autodesk, that's where they put, like when you're using Fusion, that's where they put your user info. Same on Google too, actually, if you're using Chrome.
Would it be too annoying to put the event graphs on the projector? If it's too annoying, don't worry about it.
Like this stuff, or you're talking about?
Yeah. Just because that kind of interests me more, and it's harder to see with the on the stream with the 4. I guess I could try zooming in the video.
Yeah. Is like full screen it still looks tiny, or?
Yeah. Well, for me, it's 1/4 of the screen. Maybe there's a way to zoom in the.
I don't think so. Yeah, I could. I'll switch.
No, that just zooms in the UI.
Yeah, Taco can probably see it okay. I think he streams it to, he like casts it to his TV or something.
Really? That's cool.
Twitch.
Yeah.
I just.
Well,
I'm
because Chris is cool.
So what happens for, like, if you get a subscriber, do you get anything from that?
We're not able to get. Here's the thing. I have no idea. Yeah.
Well, I have an Amazon Prime. I could use my subscriber thing for something.
Yeah, like I have a Prime.
I feel like I don't know what will happen. So we have a subscribe button.
Oh, I don't even know where
we do. Because I think you need to like be a Twitch partner to start getting those.
I usually subscribe to Games Done Quick during their events so that I get the little bit that helps them, I guess.
Nice.
I can follow this. I'm following.
Yeah.
Well, there's following and then there's subscribing on Twitch. And subscribing is like $5 a month. It's kind of like a tip jar sort of thing. They call it subscribing, but I'm pretty sure you have to like still go back and subscribe each month. Is the thing like it's like
I don't even have a button for TVGS to do
yeah.
that.
Yeah, I didn't see one either. Just follow buttons.
Them some tiny little. What do we got going on here? You got 3 screens going?
I got 2 screens. I got 3 windows going.
Oh, you put windows in different.
Yeah, I started getting smart with it because I had everything on one screen, which is very hard to.
Some advanced stream techniques here. We should do a stream about streaming.
Yeah.
So what you're gonna want to do is open up OBS Studio and then immediately give up all hope because it's open source software, so there's no designers involved in it at all. The interface is not intuitive. But hey, it's free and it works really well when you figure out what knobs to twiddle.
Yeah. It works good enough.
It's better than where we were 5 years ago, even.
That's for sure. Anybody could throw their hat in the screen.
Also,
Screen
it's,
game.
you know, just a really good tool for recording screens in general. Like, I needed to do that for work, and I was like, how am I going to record my screen? It's like, oh, I have OBS Studio. I can just do that on my computer with 2 buttons.
Yeah, and the overlay, you can overlay text and all that stuff too. Which
I think the one thing it doesn't have is the, like, thing that you want sometimes in, like, a video cast from a computer, which is the when you click on the mouse, it gives it, like, a little effect. So
yeah,
you
I switched that in Windows.
Oh yeah, there's a Windows thing.
Well, yeah,
But like
do I have it on?
there's some software for video casting and recording screens that's very
It's like this yellow thing here, yeah. Yeah, I know. It's nice. Actually, Windows keeps changing it on me. Which bothers me that my settings get changed without me telling them.
Add impulse.
There are 3 viewers. 2 of them are in the room right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a 4th, but she's not responding.
The Prime member deal that I have right now is 50% off on Rick and Morty videos. Wow, that's so helpful. Oh, I get free Fortnite crap. I'll take free Fortnite crap.
It says there's 3, but they're like 2 people, 2 viewers, and then 3 moderators. Oh, okay. That's 4 people though.
Holy. Add force.
On the actual thing, right?
Yes, I think I want.
Wait, slate, click.
Come on. So this is. It's like a thruster, good for adding bursts over some non-zero time. So I think this is basically just like it applies force on an object.
Yeah, isn't that what you're trying to do?
Yes. I think what I had before was like, it's just applying force. Which I don't know what that does.
May the force be with you.
Add force.
I'm trying to find,
This game object.
yeah.
So you typed it in there.
Oh, wait, you're right. I did get.
When worlds collide, when worlds collide, when.
Oh, sorry. I'll turn that off. It's my 9 o'clock alarm.
See what this does.
Yeah. My MO. Just make some changes and see what it does, then maybe you can figure out what all that means. It's really nice.
Didn't do anything. Looking at, alright, so adds force to single rigid body. This is like a thruster. So add force and add force of location are separate. So add force is like it just does it onto a single body, and then add force adds it to a single body at a particular location.
What's the force it's adding? You know?
It's like physics force. It's like
Well, I mean, the random unit vector? That
Yeah.
does have an actual...
that's just
Maybe
times
it's like
random
zeros.
vector with length of one. What would be the better?
Maybe the force is just so low it can't move the object?
Yeah, it's could be possible. Force vector to apply. Magnitude indicates strength of force.
The random unit
So you
vector
just
would
wanted-
need a multiplier to get a unit, right?
Yeah, so unit. I think that's what I had before. So random. So I get a random unit vector,
That'll
then
be
add a
random
multiplier.
direction.
But we do just want it in the Y, don't we? Just want it to pop up.
So
Well, let's see. Do we want to? I mean, we do want it in like a plane, right? We want it to like not just in one direction, right? Or
Oh, like it kind of moves forward too?
yeah. Let's.
yeah,
Do we want
kind of like in a forward direction.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does that make
So,
sense?
Yeah.
So we want to point it in a direction and have it pop.
So there's like random.
So,
There's
yeah.
other options which these. This is where we're getting to math things that I should know as a programmer.
Yeah.
So-
Is there a way you can just like set it to like
Where you can-
0, 1, 1, so it's like up and forward direction? I don't know if that's a relative
Oh
or
wait,
though.
yeah. So there's a cone. Random unit vector and cone in degree. So I think this might be kind of what we want, where it's like, it's within a certain range.
Sure, let's try it. I like cones.
Yeah.
This is so many things on the graph.
Yeah, but you know, it's visual, so it's easy.
This is like trying to program in LabVIEW
Yeah.
all over again.
That view was fun.
We have very different ideas of fun.
Yeah. That's probably fair.
I don't know what that is.
What does LabVIEW do?
Yeah.
It's like this. It's a
It's
programming language with blocks, and you have inputs and outputs, and you draw lines between them.
Yeah.
What's the purpose? To teach?
It's just a programming language for people who aren't programmers. It's mostly geared towards physicists.
Yeah,
and
physicists.
mathematicians.
So like physics problems and things you
Well,
said?
actually, it's been used to monitor stuff on Mars. Actually, so like this
It's
physics
not that it's
problem.
not powerful. It's that it's just.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. I thought it was kind of cool that it was used for that.
Alright.
Sure.
The
So using
rovers.
Martian software?
I was used to it for the rovers.
It's a machine Martian software.
Yeah. Yep, the robot Martians. I'm pretty sure they're not Martians. I think. It's very
Well,
not
you know, they
pretending.
immigrated there.
Yeah.
Well, emigrated, yeah. So if that's what they want to call themselves, I'll let them call them that.
The thing I think I need to find out is how heavy are these actually?
That was a good, like, it just tipped over.
Yeah, but there's no, you
can
just
make
put
a
like
really good-
10,000.
You can make a really good game about placing dominoes.
Trying to find the. Oh, I could. Alright, so I could look at the viewport. Static mesh. What is your physics? Simulate physics. Enable gravity. Mass and.
There's constraints that would change the force, the rotation to freeze it.
Yeah. See what that. Oh, alright, so that's color coded. So then I think I want Z locked.
And if you don't want it to fall over, what, Z and X?
Yeah.
And then
seems-
Y would just be left and right toes.
Well, yeah, no, that works.
Yeah, because
That'd
X would
fine.
be like.
Yeah, because then it'll just bounce up, really.
Yeah, I know about those rotations. I had to do that in this pirate boat ship game that I'm working on. I had to do all the rotation stuff.
Yeah.
I'm learning all the physics things. Well, not all of them. Some of them, yeah. Just the ones that require gravity.
Still can get knocked over.
Which part of those? Man, the doors are closed. Lucky there's high ceilings here. Well, why isn't that locking then? Yeah, it should. Is it like
No,
you have
it's
to like
physics in
apply
there.
it to all of them? I don't
No, well, this is like, this should be like the prefab I'm editing, so it should theoretically be all of them, unless it did not save.
Yeah.
No, it compiled, so it should be that. Let me try again.
I get another commercial.
Aren't you on Twitch Prime? Don't we just have this conversation?
It's not,
No, Amazon Prime.
If you have Amazon Prime, you
yeah,
have
so
Twitch
the
Prime.
lock position.
Really? Yes. Click the
Oh.
button and link your Amazon and Twitch accounts so that you get.
It's actually my
Oh, I haven't done that.
my Amazon
I
Prime
haven't
account is
done-
my sister's Amazon Prime account, so and she's also frequently on Twitch.
So now they're just all uniformly sideways. Oh, they're moving back up. No, you're shooting back up.
I think it may not be the same angles that are in the game world.
Oh.
So if I...
Yeah, it would be
Is-
confusing.
Yes, it is not. It is not. You
Is
can-
Unreal like Unity where it has like a up isn't X and Y aren't the space plane, Y is up, and Z and X are the ground plane?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So careful because your transform might not match between that and the.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm seeing because like the
Oh,
colors.
Is that
So-
saying Y is on the ground?
So on your in your model,
Important.
Z is up and X is forward, and
Yeah.
it looks like
Oh,
Y
man.
is to the right. I guess.
Mind trip.
Right hand rule. Do the thing.
Oh, the thing like this.
Yeah, do the thing.
Yeah.
Dude, when I saw some video or showing me that, I was like, oh wow, that's pretty cool.
I'm not good at computers because I'm left-handed, so every time I do it, it's wrong.
It's a bias. Bias system.
Yeah, so Z is up, X is forward.
Yep. All right. It worked. Yeah.
Sweet.
I can't see you playing the thing, and all I can do on the stream is like be 5 seconds behind. So
Yeah. All right, but that did what we wanted it to.
Yeah, the 5-second behind version looks fine.
Yes.
it took a while to get there.
All right. So
Well, yeah, I mean, if this is annoying, it was just kind of my personal. I just kind of liked us looking at this.
I'm gonna try. Just add
At least for now.
force.
Seems like this is the focus right now.
It's funny how much the Unreal Engine has changed over the years, like compared to some of the stuff that it used to have to do in it to make
Yeah.
any of this stuff. It's like a lot easier. Unity really did a good job of making everybody get off their butts and work through things.
Yeah. Maybe they'll be pushing each other, right? Unity just released those assets from that one. There's Cinema
Playmaker.
movie.
Yeah, or Cinema Machine.
Cinema Machine movie.
Yeah, they've been moving in this direction like very slowly because I think like Unreal 4 like from the ground up was basically designed with this in mind, and Unity doesn't have that, so they have to like rewrite a lot of their like just some of the engine to make this like work really intuitively, because there's Playmaker in the Unity store, which is kind of like this, but it's just an add-on on top of what Unity already has. So you're doing scripting, then you have to it's also impossible to debug. Like I have it and I've used it and I like bits of it, but then there's also a lot of bits where it's like I messed up something, I have no idea where, I'm just going back to scripting it all.
Is that similar to Bolt? Is that newer?
Bolt. I don't know.
That was another visual thing, scripting thing for Unity. But yeah, I was thinking of the Cinema Machine assets because I think Unity released those, or they were pushed to release those because of the Paragon assets.
Oh,
that Unreal just recently, like, hey, look, we just released millions of dollars of assets on ours, and Unity really, at least that's kind of in my view, that kind of pushed them to do that, which is good. It's good for everybody.
Yeah.
Right? That competition.
I don't. I'm gonna just do a million, whatever.
I like it.
I just need to understand if any of this is working.
Still not 9999. Yeah, just my
Yeah, I don't
internet's a
think
little slow on
that's
the
a
Wi-Fi
word.
part, or the Wi-Fi
Yeah.
part.
The stream just got weird. And it came back.
Yeah, one thing. I mean, I don't remember if I was saying this on stream or not. It was like off mic, as they say. But one thing I was saying is like Unreal has the advantage over Unity is that they're an active like game studio. So like, you know, they are working like Unity always was like a just game engine developer. So I mean, they do it really well, but they also, I think, like, you know, they're trying to be like something like incredibly like robust for like everyone.
Yeah.
Where Unreal like has a history in the industry already, and I mean they're also like still actively working on games, so like they make features that work for their games first, and then, you know, they also add features that are useful to the community. But it does help, I think, with like one of the things I was saying in my lesson with Unreal is like it's just really efficient. Like if you're making like a 3D first-person shooter, like you will get that done like in no time, because it's just very, very efficient in that aspect. But in other game types, like if you're trying to do like a 2D game, like it's doable, but you're kind of like underutilizing, I think, a lot of stuff. I saw there's like a solitaire game I play on my phone a lot, which is made in Unreal, or they've got like some particle effects and things. I think that's what they're kind of mostly using it for.
Wow.
But it's
Solitaire.
yeah, I mean it's kind of, there's some 3D elements. It's like a fantasy sort of. It's I forget the name of it.
Have you played that Regency solitaire game?
Regency.
I think it's on Steam. It's like really interesting. It's like a solitaire game, but it's got like it's weird. It's like if you took what would you call it? Like a soap opera and a visual novel and a solitaire game, and you took like the theme of Downton Abbey and you combined all of that and you made a thing.
Interesting.
Like a Choose Your Own Adventure Victorian novel. Yeah.
It's really interesting. It's like literally a solitaire game. It's on Steam. It's very good. Highly recommend. Everyone
Says
picks it up.
looking for.
I was never good at solitaire, so that means I didn't like it. Add impulse. Oh, did you go back to the add force? Or are you still in the
I'm
add
trying.
force
I'm trying. Yeah, I was trying impulse. So like force and impulse. Like impulse is like a burst, like it's a singular burst that happens. But force is like just a constant force moving. So I think this is ultimately what I want to get closer to. I still don't know if what I'm doing is going to work or not, but we're getting there. Static mesh. I'm going to rename this to just so I know what that name is now. Add a multiplier. Oh, what happened?
I grabbed the wrong table.
Oh no.
They were like I thought that was mine.
It's the projector, but I guess
well,
so
my
was the
windows
screen,
are still up.
Yeah, you should be fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
right? The poor projector will cool itself down.
It's coming back.
Is it coming back?
It just needs to be mad about being turned off for a minute.
Yeah,
See, like I picked the cable that was definitely my cable, and I couldn't see it because it was too dark.
No.
So I pulled it out, and I thought I was like, "Yes, this is definitely not the projector." It was definitely the projector.
So I guess we just have technical difficulties on this end, right? Because people's in the stream won't
It looks
know.
fine on the screen.
Yeah.
We have technical difficulties that don't affect the people on the stream.
Yeah. Once this boots back, I think it's still
It's
like.
gonna do like a dumb thing where it warms up the lamp and unwarms up the lamp.
Oh
It's
my.
got this red light here.
Yeah.
It's unhappy.
gonna.
Just to demolish.
Alright, we should be back, I think.
If I can't program, then no one can.
I did a dumb thing and unplugged the cable. Well, so Sam started it.
It's all my fault.
That's nice.
No one can see that background on stream.
Good.
I love it though.
It's back. Are we back on stream too?
Yeah.
Is that like a Hunter S. Thompson thing?
Yeah,
Like
it's a
Gonzo? For
Gonzo.
Gala?
Yeah.
Jerry knows it. Cool. Okay.
It's a little deep. Oh, yeah, no, so I need a multiplier.
Alright, back at it.
You know to put the projector in and how to lock the door and everything. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, the door's unlocked. Do we leave it unlocked?
Yeah.
You know, if you need to turn a light on to operate, would you like me to do that for you?
No, I'm just throwing things on the floor and being a generally spastic.
You just really make it known that you're leaving.
It wasn't. I'm trying very hard.
Alright.
I don't see
Take care.
anything on the screen right now.
Oh,
Oh, it's just the
Building
Oh,
it.
there we
title
go.
page.
Yeah, I fixed it.
Okay.
See ya.
Night.
Night.
That's it.
Alright. So let's see if this. I'll put this all up. Where'd it go? Swapping things back.
Swapping it around.
So they aren't gonna like roll over now, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could do it where only when they're not hitting the ground you freeze the rotation. So you could still knock them over.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think I'll leave it. I'm fine with this. Like the thing is, like once you start getting into like physics, I don't know. That could be like a whole thing to work on, which
Yeah.
I'm not confident that it will be that cool in the long run.
But it's fun.
Yeah.
Oh, why
So
is
I
it
need
so-
to figure out impulse now. Real random. Random movements.
I'll see you in 10 seconds. So what are you looking up now in the
Looking up some math. Someone's explaining the math of it, which
method of adding?
of how physics, how the sine waves and stuff work to
Oh.
make these things bounce, which I should know. I am just very tired, so. Oh, this is entirely math. None of this is code. I need
Oh. Oh, that's.
This is a lot. Okay, no, that's not useful, unfortunately.
Is it just
Random.
sine and then he times it by time and then it's always doing a circle or a wave?
Yeah. Well, what?
And do that times that by a vector and then it moves the vector and that kind of thing?
It's the angle times time. So it's sine of the angle times time, not sine of the angle. Okay. It's the angle times time and the sine of that value, so that it changes. It'll change.
Oh.
You want it to the
Okay.
the sine of the time, I guess, or some multiplicative factor.
Hey, you don't need to look it up. You just ask Federica here, all right?
Someone, I'm looking up. So.
I'm not necessarily the best for explaining in code, though. So.
No, it's fine.
You just need the an angle?
Okay, so first off, this is someone has the solution, but it's a problem for them of a random bounce. But also, this is a bionicle. So I was like, that's flashing a lot, so I'm taking that down. Oh, that's just a GIF of it, and it's in code. It's not in
what would you call this?
So this is blueprint.
Blueprints
is what they call it. So I mean, this is basically like code. Like there's a way this could be portrayed in code, but like I mean, it's just kind of easier to hook this up than writing. I mean, I don't know. Like I code in C++ and it's not fun. C++ is a weird language. It's just like weirder than like C# is nice. Like if I don't know. There's a whole discussion on it. It's like the level above C++, basically. C# is.
Yeah. Because isn't that what Unity does? Is there's a C++. That's how the actual engine's talking to the computer, and C# is on top of it. It talks to the C++.
Basically.
Yeah, I was reading about that when I was trying to read about why not destroying things, why destroying things cause problems in garbage collection and all that. It has to do with that.
With memory stuff.
Yeah.
Because like the lower level languages, like I mean, like C is C++ is interesting because like one of the big things with it is like I don't know. I could talk about code.
Only if you want to.
Yeah, no, I can. It will give me stuff to talk about while I'm trying to work through this problem. But like and I'm sure people will complain if they actually heard what my descriptions of it. But anyway,
everybody will. Yeah.
The thing with C++ is like they have like when you declare an object, it's just like an instance of an object. Like in C#, which I have. So in C#, like you can like create an object. It's an instance of that object, but like if you can set it up so like you can like access that instance between like classes and scripts and things. In C++, you kind of have to manage a reference to it rather than the actual object itself. So like it's like pointing in memory, like this object lives in this script. So it's like actually just a memory location of that object rather than the actual object itself, if that makes any sense.
You gotta remember its location.
Yeah, so there's like asterisks and ampersands, it's like how you denote that. But then it starts getting like kind of complicated because then you've got like you're kind of like you're managing like memory locations along with like what the object's actually doing, and it changes the behavior. It doesn't change the behavior that much, but it changes like the syntax of everything around it. So that's kind of like the biggest difference that I have seen in C++. Which I mean, it took me a while to like kind of get the hang of it, but now, I mean, I do it in my day job now, so it's like that I got very used to it. I think I've Googled the same thing like 6 times. It's kind of how all my ad input stacked are.
Who's got a grunts?
Don't know.
What's a grunts? Oh.
They asked for the code of conduct.
Oh.
I didn't even know you could do that. That's cool.
I set it up. I should send you a link or something in chat.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Nightbot was helpful.
Yeah.
I did turn off. I still need to understand Nightbot, how that works. I'll need to look at. Come on, I need that image. Give me that image. There we go. I understand. Okay. No, I don't. Yes, I do. Sorry.
How do you suggest again? Oh yeah, it's like exclamation marks suggest.
Alright, we will make this a lot easier for me.
What's our current? We're trying to figure out how to get these guys to jump, right?
Yeah.
Chinchillas. Using math sign and cosine. The sine waves.
Its math is cool. It makes chinchillas jump.
Yeah.
Among other things.
I'm gonna set this up so this will actually trigger when it gets hit with something. Just so I have an actual use case of it.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember, I don't know, someone who's explaining it to me, the whole math, and how you can use math for player movement.
Sorry.
It was beyond me at that time.
I apologize.
So it was kind of
Oh,
like,
it's kind of working. I can't tell if it's working. I'm gonna add it. Add it.
what are you're trying to see if they jump now?
Yeah, they should jump like super high.
Yup. Well, they're
They're
so
gone.
high, they're gone. Will
Okay.
they fall down? I don't know.
That don't add a value of $1 billion.
That really kind of reminds me of some of the things I've seen with when we put out the Construct 2
Oh, they're jumping
platformer template.
forward. They can't go any further.
Oh.
Oh God. Oh. Yeah.
Or-
Because it's not. I'm using.
Because they're
Y.
transforms, right?
Yeah, the transforms are. It's all wonky. Let's do.
Oh.
Alright, I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna change this so this is pointing in a direction that makes sense. Oop, something up in chat or
Yeah, we've got somebody who's jealous because they don't have a game space near them. So.
oh. Where do they live?
In Indiana. So.
I'm trying to remember who I knew. I mean, yeah, there's like I know a few people in like New Mexico.
My link got deleted. I can't delete. I tried to link the website.
I'll take care of that. Yeah. You
Like,
can't
delete
really.
the link.
You can't do
Oh
it.
no.
It's in our
That's fine.
I need to click on a. Okay, so that is the.
Of course, I formatted it poorly, but.
Yep, that is Z. Okay. All right. It's kind of working. Nope, it's not kind of working.
I don't see them jumping.
They jump once, so you see that's a jump.
It's not in every tick. It's not.
Yeah, it's. I set it so like it's. They should jump like every time. They get hit with the object, but that's not happening. It's kind of happening.
Kind of happening.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just a weird thing because the
Maybe-
object has a force added to it. Is it adding force? Yeah, because it's pushing them over, so it must be.
Oh my God!
They just keep going.
Look
They're
at
gonna
that.
come down. I'm out of here.
Alright. Well, we got that kind of working.
Wonder how easy timers are in Unreal. I got into this bad habit of using coroutines for timers because it's so easy to make them as timers.
It's, I don't know, like I use that all the time too.
But it's so easy to do as
it's
a timer.
so easy.
You don't have to
and
do like time plus time rate and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
I've had to like in our engine in at work, like the simulator doesn't have like any sort of like we didn't have like a system clock or anything in there because it's a custom engine. So it's like my whole job the last month or two was like just adding the like concept of time into our simulator. So I've like had to deal with like just basic.
What is time?
Yeah. Basically, it's like how do I teach our simulator what time is and how you're supposed to use it. And it's kind of working. All right.
It's interesting you were able to build a whole physics thing without using time.
It's I don't know. It's kind of weird because I think the concept of time, like there's a every frame sort of thing going on, but it's not like actually connected to like a time and date sort of thing. So like there's like
calendar time.
Calendar time, yeah.
Like that? Okay.
So, but then that kind of still ties into stuff because like the big thing I was working on is like, getting like celestial objects to move, like the sun and the moon. So it's like
you can do star charts later too, like
yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's like a thing. I mean, next thing I'm gonna work on is time zones, I think, because I just had a couple big breakthroughs with the sun stuff.
Those are interesting problems.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because it's like I was like basically creating these spreadsheets of like sun angles and basically like what is like every, I don't know, there's like I could kind of explain a little bit of it. Basically what is like the positional coordinates of the sun at like any given point during the day. If you like said like if I'm standing in Troy, New York at like 6 a.m. like where's the sun going to be in the sky kind of thing. But like there's like the thing of like just understanding the math behind that, which is like pretty basic, and then there's like actually using the math in a programmable way that like the engine could understand and also like interpret correctly, which we're getting close to that. So I think Monday probably go back and get that fixed. But that was like a big thing to like kind of try and work out for me, because it's like, how do I explain, like, yeah, basically it's like how do I program like just the concept of like a date and time, and also has to be like it's a simulator, so like we have to be able to like change it at any point. So that was like a whole thing to work through, but that's kind of come together.
You call yourself Father Time, huh?
Yeah. Creating the stars and the moon and the sun, and I don't know, it's kind of interesting because like now I'm kind of tempted to like make my own game engine for something, which is like the worst idea, because it's like you don't just make a game engine for like a fun project unless like, I don't know.
Some people are.
Some people do, yeah. I mean, it kind of depends on like, I guess. Like when I'm saying like I want to make a game engine, it's like I want to make something that's like not like as many features as like Unity or Unreal has, but like just like kind of like graphical quality of just able to like mess around that way. But then it's like I need to figure out like what is like the upsides to doing that, because it's like one of the things I was kind of thinking about was like it makes it a lot easier for me to access hardware of like controllers or anything, because if I mean when we were working on like Slap Friends way back when, one of the like weird tricks was trying to get like Arduino to like hook up with Unity, which we got it working, but then it was kind of like a lot more difficult because Unity's like expecting kind of like just normal controllers, and we're hooking up like custom hardware, so like there's some stuff where we actually had to read like the pin like just data of like what the actual like data of like what's getting sent back and forth, which Sam did most of the code for that. Sam, who was like just here.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is probably what we would have to do anyway if we made it like a custom engine, but like there's just a wrapper of like Unity trying to like do that in a way that like Unity could understand, and then make that like usable for us to like just use at like that kind of very base level.
Would that be your niche then? Make an engine that could do like custom hardware?
Yeah.
Very easily or seamlessly?
Yeah, I would do it like because like I know like what kind of hardware I'm going to be working with or whatever, so like it's like I would probably build an engine that would make it so like it's easy for that hardware for me to like plug that hardware in and not have to like deal with like all the weird wrapper stuff. But that's something that's like, I don't know if that will ever happen or not. I might just still use Unity just because I am very used to it and can do a lot more in it. But so this is interesting. Actually, so what if I disconnected this? So it's so right now we have it so it's like it's jumping once and then it doesn't jump like ever. Good for one-time instant burst. So I think I don't. Yeah, so this is event. So this is called every frame. So I don't know if like impulse is like it knows not to like do it more than once or I don't know.
Oh, maybe
It only does it once and then it just like stops doing it.
That's interesting. So it's got its own thing.
Yeah, let me.
Or its own like, I'm done. I'm just gonna do it once and then you don't have to worry about me.
Yeah. All right, so it's not letting me go back to that. I'm going to.
And too bad there's not like just a node that says like repeat every blah.
It probably
or
is.
repeater.
Yeah.
I know like when I was making maps for the new Doom game, they have an easy repeater in there. That's all it is, just like a little visual node repeat. Anytime in seconds and all that.
So what is this doing?
So the red is the code that's working?
Yeah, so this is like event called every frame. It goes to this sequence. So it does this check, it does that check. So yeah, so like that's constantly going down, and then it does this, where it should be adding impulse, which it's not doing.
Good for one instant
Yeah.
burst.
So yeah, so like I don't know if that means like it's just if this node is like called once and then it ignores it, or it's like it's just good for like a burst of.
Oh, ambiguity in the language, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Let's see. Because this is live, like that's going down as expected. So what if we did add force? So force actually will just be a constant, so it's like it'll constantly go up, and then there would be a. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna
just try a bunch of them.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Force.
I know that's what I had to do for a long time.
Yeah.
Just like, what's this? What do they mean in here?
I'm gonna try this. So.
You gotta figure out what their language use is all about.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
So delete this. So this will like make it constantly go up, but if this like works, then I can like set it so there's like a kind of if state. I mean, this is how you do if statement. It's just a branch of conditional, but I could set that to like be its own loop. So like I'll just do it for like a minute, for like a second or something.
Are you able to do comments on these blueprints?
You can.
Okay.
Oh, so that's interesting. It just stopped. They definitely jumped up a little bit, then they stopped. So I don't know if.
In the stream, I have 2 event graph windows.
Yeah.
And no. Well, actually, I have 3 event graph windows.
No,
and
no, that's
TVGS
one.
window.
One is Firefox. So.
Oh, is that Firefox?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me.
Yeah, this is what it looks like.
Yeah, give me 1 second to fix that.
So we can see the Chinchillas getting. Yeah, no, I was just thinking because they probably put a node Z as Y.
Yeah. Well,
Confuse
this
everybody.
is the right thing. Oh yeah.
Well,
so it
yeah,
should
but
be
the Z,
fixed.
we're making it go up.
Thank you.
Like Z goes up.
Yeah.
Right? Like, cause that's not intuitive.
Well, I think that might just be like a quirk of the model.
Yeah, I think so.
Because like when we imported the model, I'm pretty sure. Actually, we could probably find that out.
Well, it was on that Google thing, right?
Yeah.
So, and I don't think they probably.
Oh yeah, so it's like
Oh, so we turned it maybe.
yeah. So this is like the default like angle for it. So I think that's just the quirk of how it is. Because if I had more time and energy, I probably would have like gone to Blender and fixed that. Because then we won't have problems like this. But we are going to continue to have problems like that because it is a little thing that will not be a big thing.
Is it a problem?
I'm going to check. Just seeing if there's any updates to the. So it's 9:10 already. I mean, if we get like them jumping around randomly, I'm happy. So this will make things easier in the long run. Yeah, because then we have chupacabras. I want to add like actual AI to, which I know how to do pretty well, and that's fairly easy to set up. So like, this is just like kind of weird. I mean, this is also really basic stuff, but like I have no idea what I'm doing. So
I don't know any different. Would it be like a new blueprint for the chupacabra then? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
You think of blueprint as classes, or is that not a good analogy?
Yeah, no, they're basically classes.
Okay.
It's weirder because like a blueprint technically is like kind of like a prefab, I think, is how Unreal uses it. So it's like the classes, it's like the model, it's kind of like a bunch of things wrapped together. So like, I mean, because this is so there's like these 4 different tabs.
The whole game object.
Yeah, the whole game object is like considered a blueprint, and that's like considered like one class. So like, we have this viewport is like all the, it's like all the objects are, like here all the game objects.
We can take it apart. We need to parent all the children, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, okay.
So then there's like, so then there's stuff like, you know, selecting a random hat. This is like a function. Basically,
cool.
But this is like internal to. I'm trying to remember. So it's just like I made a custom node. So like, where do I have? Oh yeah, so like here. So it just calls that, and it calls like all this code technically. But yeah, it's kind of weird way to kind of think about it, because Unity is like you have the game object, and then everything gets attached to the game object, including scripts. But it's kind of like old. It's like the game object has like a bunch of like things attached to it already. Like it assumes like you're going to be using scripts, you're going to have like a model or, you know, some sort of physics on it already. So that's what's kind of saying with like how it's very efficient, because it's like, you know, it's already like a few steps ahead saying, oh, this is what you are most commonly going to be using probably.
Yeah.
Which is good and bad in some ways, because then it's like, you know, you can't. I mean, I think there is a way to like just have a blueprint, or I don't know. It's like when I even say like blueprint, it's like just have like this code out there. Like you can't really have a. I don't know. There's probably people who could explain it better than I do. Because like, you know, one of the things I do with Unity is like, you know, I have like an empty game object, which is like just scripts, but they're kind of like the managers for everything.
Yeah.
Which I think you can do the same thing here, but then it's like it has to be like a physical. It doesn't have to be a physical object in the game world, but it's like, you know, it's a lot more tangible, I guess, than just like an empty object that exists. If that kind of makes any sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I do similar things, those managers or things. Yeah, interesting.
There's also this. So there's also
Okay.
this, which is interesting, where it's like this is how it behaves in like editor. So like, you know, this is what I was trying to do originally was have this. So like when you just drag the object, like a new instance of the object into like the scene window, it would generate a hat. But it kind of gets complicated, because then it's like every time you update it, it has to call that script. Like, cause I was, like I had this ball pit game for a little, I think the last Little Dare. I don't know if you were there for that or not.
No.
I might have GIFs of it somewhere. But I was like working that in Unreal, and one of the things I put in the construction script was like, they're just blank balls, like they have the default material, but I set it up so like when you drag them into the scene, it would just like assign a random color to it, which meant that like when I had like 600 like, you know, balls in there, it would like it would call that script like 600 times every time like one of them changed. So it meant that like every time like you moved anything, like they would all randomize their colors, which kind of working like way overkill than intended. So I mean that was kind of an interesting. There are definitely probably ways to like just actually have that work. But that project has kind of like just been put on the wayside for a bit, so I might come back. It was interesting. It's like a VR game, so it was like, basically just fall in the ball pit. And the idea was like, I don't know why I'm talking about it, so I'll try. But I think I posted on Twitter a bit ago anyway. But like the idea was like it would be a ball pit that you could throw objects into, and it would like absorb the object and spawn more balls, and eventually it would like just it would be like a ball pit monster would just like consume you in VR or whatever. It's supposed to be a very short game because I think it was like the theme was like too many objects or something. So like, oh, that's definitely too many.
I wonder if people get claustrophobic and maybe it's not triggers it or
I
not.
don't know.
I hear ball pit's supposed to be playful and you're turning into a monster, huh?
Yeah.
Then they all have like little faces and teeth on them.
Oh, I didn't even get that far, but that might be a later version. So
yeah, the force is right back to here.
So add a force. So I mean, this is. So theoretically, this should be like calling like every frame and just like it's just adding force to the target object, the upward. But then here's the question: is the upward what we think it is?
It should be Z, right?
But then don't forget, like we're like 90 degrees. So this is, I think this is like world or whatever. That.
Well, you know, you only have 3 axes, right? You put it on one if it doesn't work. You put it on the other.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work, you put it on the other. It's not like you have to go through 1,000,000 of them.
And if it turns out you're going in exactly the opposite direction, you can just put a negative sign in front of it.
Yeah. There you go.
So at most, it'll take 3 times.
Possibly 4.
Yeah, with the negative. That's
Yeah.
right, yeah. So that's right, 4 times. So, in my mind, that's preferable than trying to reason it out in my head with the sideways chinchilla. How's it looking? We got oh, there we go.
I feel like they're definitely jumping with impulse. So I think, let's try if I up that impulse a little bit more. That might have been too much, but let's see. Yep. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna, oops. Put that in. Oh, no, I lost my window. It's somewhere. Oh, there it is. Yep, so this is how. Oh, look at this.
It's got it just erased off the screen. See, rigid bodies can be super fun.
Yeah. Are they gonna come down? I guess not.
Maybe they go so far away. I don't know how it ends it. I don't know. Maybe we just gotta wait a long time.
Yeah. I guess the question is like how much do they weigh that like try using it that way. Like how much do they weigh? Because like that kind of yeah. So now they're bouncing.
Okay. Would you have to change the?
Yeah, it's just like the force of it. It's like just a lot more than I anticipated.
So that means we got where to put the force and how much of the force. Now we just gotta do it on their own instead of shooting them.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's kind of like how I want them to act. It's like just a little bounce.
Yeah, that seemed like a nice bounce.
I'll bring this back.
Taro's on the chat.
Oh, hello, Taro. We've made no progress. We've made some progress. I shouldn't.
Made a lot of theoretical progress.
Made a lot of progress.
We've all learned things about
about C++, about real, unity, cosine, sine, dot, and cross.
So
That they exist.
add a delay. Whoops. Can I replace this? Nope, I can't. Probably a way to. Whoops. Be what we need. So now it's just like a little delay. It's like
0.2?
0.2 seconds. I might change that to 1.
Yeah. And what is it a random thing? So you can just make it a random variable. Okay. I assume that they do.
Oh yeah, I need to make it. Oh, so that it's very, very, very subtle, but they are actually bouncing.
Oh yeah, I do see that. Yeah, jittering maybe.
Yeah, I do.
That's very liberal use of the word bouncing.
Yeah.
They're like twitching.
Yeah. Okay, so now they're working.
That is an amazing amount of force you got to put on them.
Yeah, there's probably. I mean, they made like weigh like it just like whatever the default like weight of it is. It may just be like the weight of paper or something. Like it's.
Something is wrong because I can't believe that would be a normal value. Or something must be non-standard. Yeah. But it doesn't matter. Whatever.
Oh my.
Oh, cool!
God.
You get to actually see the timer, huh? That's nice.
All right, I need to bring this over so everyone can see.
Oh, that is sweet. They're like they're
like
flying pretty high.
Yeah.
Well, jumping pretty high. That is pretty sweet.
I think they're not getting the opportunity to fall back down.
Oh man, do we need a ground detector?
Yeah. No, we need to like. I think now we need to actually like make them weigh like a sensible amount.
I think also they got caught on one of them got caught on the other's tail and got fished up.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I mean, that's kind of cool. Maybe you just make a level and you have to go around finding the flying chinchillas.
Yeah. I love that. Oh my god.
With the witch's hat and everything. I don't know. I'm thinking Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Oh no.
They're just gone now.
Guardian,
oh, and they're all gonna like turn into chupacabras and flying down.
It's gonna rain chupacabras.
Goodbye. Alright, that's goofy. So, yeah, now we got the. Now we get, yeah, I think I might try and mess around with their weight a bit.
Yeah.
So I think that might
be the easiest thing.
Well, mass of the body in kilograms. So like by default, they just like kind of calculate it based on the scale of the object. So it's like really tiny. So that's why it's like
interesting.
Well, now they're just not coming back. They're just gone.
I thought you increased the weight.
Yeah, it just it may or may not. All right, let's try. Actually, so what if I decrease the? Remove the 0 or 2.
It's not moving. Is it supposed to be moving? Oh.
Oh, I bumped into it. That's what I was 0.
Oh, okay, they're
bouncing.
a little bit.
Little popcorn nice.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they are gonna pop soon, right?
Yeah.
Let you recover.
That's a nice. That's I actually kind of like that as like an idle animation.
That's a good one, yeah.
Yeah. So maybe like have that be like a little idle animation, and like every minute or two, it's like a bigger, like more of an arc jump or something.
Yeah, yeah.
I like that.
Good.
That's this is
You can do this, and they just move around.
Yeah.
Oh, where did that come from?
Yeah.
Do the hats weigh a lot? Are they doing anything?
I don't think that. That's a good point, actually. Let me check to see what the hats.
That's funny that the hats might be a factor.
Yeah, hats don't have physics on them,
Okay,
Oh.
so they don't.
so they don't weigh anything. Then.
Yeah.
I
Well,
was-
we could put fit.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking because like Frederica said, like the witch chinchilla might have like more of a jump or something. I
That'd be
don't know.
funny. Yeah.
It's that that's interesting. Maybe it's
So their jump is dependent upon their hats that they get.
yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. I was gonna say the reason some of them might be jumping for longer, maybe because like the only variable is like the delay. So like if it's between like 1 and 0 for
Oh, the random. Okay.
yeah. So like maybe if it like hits 0 like a few times, or it's just like additive basically. So let's see what I might go and.
All right, evening successful, huh? You made it to where you wanted to go. So now everything after this is extra credit.
Yeah, basically. It's a walk rotation. Trying to. Oh no, that's about right, I think. Oh, let me try unlocking X.
So you're just walking into them?
Yeah. Oh, I love that. They're like little hoppy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm gonna
Yeah, that rock hits him on the head.
do? Yeah. I might.
That's why they wear the hats. Maybe the environment that they live in,
Yeah.
rocks are just always falling, and the hats protect their heads. They're functional. They've evolved to be able to wear the hats.
Oh, Unreal Engine is the wiki is down. Nope, it's not. That's fun.
Too many people are looking it up. Alright. So what are you looking for now in the wiki?
I'm trying to have a look at rotation. Look at there's
How to
like
rotate them?
well no like I kind of want them to like look at the player if they're in a certain range. So like when they rotate, so like when the player gets close to them, they just face towards the player.
Kind of like the look at function in Unity,
Yeah.
right? Oh, that would be nice if they had something like that. Huh? Let's see. The equivalent.
However, I'm trying to find it out in a way where it is not like the AI. Wait.
Not like the AI.
Yeah, because there's like a easy function you could do in the AI have it like just face towards the player. But that would require setting up the AI, which, I mean, it's easy to do, but it's like more work than I want to do right now. I kind of want to like keep the AI to just one kind of prefab.
I did find one thing, getting an object to look at another object.
Yeah, that's what
Is that what you're looking at too? Yeah. It has to do with some eye mesh. And I guess I can take a look at the stream there. Oh.
Oh, said world rotation.
I had a different one, but yeah.
Oh, I guess you're seeing it now. Okay. I'm gonna make a new.
Yeah, like get their locations, find look at. There's an actual look at rotation function.
So we're just setting this up so like if the actually I'm kind of wondering if the range should be something pro to variable. That's alright, well, we'll deal with one thing at a time. So set world rotation, target is that. Rotation. Find look at rotation. Here we go.
Whoa.
Oh my god.
That's pretty sweet. It's like they're being sucked up in a tornado.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Well, okay, save what you did there so we can call that later. When like you shoot the player's tornado button.
That is something else.
So why?
I love the motion blur that it's just
yeah, you saw that?
Yeah.
Mouse NATO.
Mouse-
Comic Runs called him Mouse NATO. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Interesting.
The sequel to the whole Sharknado. It's our own version here. Unofficial sequel.
So I'm going to change this up a little bit so this will actually, the look at player will trigger on the delay instead of the constantly happening.
Well.
They kind of are flying away.
Yeah, that's interesting. Like, I don't know how looking makes
They,
them
I think they are looking at the player, but maybe it's.
like, why are they going
Yeah.
up?
Look at player.
Yeah, you got their rotation, you got the target.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what the. I mean, you know, what happens if I just disable the impulse?
The target is.
Nope, now they're just flying away.
Hmm.
Happens if I do this. What if they don't? Okay. So it's something to do.
I was trying to compare, but yeah, it's like
I'm
good world,
wondering.
good actor.
Yeah, so they are adjusting to look at the player, I think. I don't know why they are flying off into the stratosphere. Let me look at it again.
Zero out the physics force, make sure that's not something that's doing something.
Yeah, well, so what I did is I like so right now there's like two ways it's moving. There's the look at player and there's the add impulse. The look at player function I just created, where all that's doing is it finds.
Is it because the rotations are frozen?
Yes, maybe.
Maybe, I don't know.
It is. This is where.
Because Y isn't frozen.
It's because the.
X and
Because the rotations are different.
I can't say why. I can't say.
Yeah.
But maybe because it's trying to look up, but it can't.
Yeah.
Okay. Like,
So what
okay, maybe that's
What happens if I just freeze all the rotation?
They're not gonna.
I think alright. So then I think I just need to have it rotate on one axis instead of all three, because I think that's what's happening right now.
Just the Y. Well,
Yeah.
I can't say that. Just the one that is acting like the Y.
Yeah. So they're all frozen right now. So I think.
Yeah.
I think it's just.
I
That's
think-
how it's dealing with that issue, is just have them fly away.
We don't know what's going on. Goodbye.
Yeah. So I've gotten freeze all of them. Let's see what happens. Unreal freezes.
Well-
What?
Yeah.
Oh my.
What if you unfreeze all of them?
Yeah, that's
so
what
it
I-
should work.
I
Oh, that's what you did?
I just unfroze.
Oh, I
So
thought
if
you froze all of them.
I'm gonna lock their position.
Why would it do that then if they're all unfrozen? But now they
Oh
just.
my god.
Wow, that's really popcorn-like now.
See, this
Yeah.
is now, this is where you got to record, so then we make a GIF out of it, right?
Yeah.
A GIF or GIF, whatever. Go to the easy
Nice.
GIF creator.
GIF.
And and then pop it on Instagram and all that.
It's funny. Like they are bouncing the rest of the rocks out. They're just batting them all out.
It's like that soccer game,
Yeah.
you play against each other and you move the poles. I don't know what it's called. Foosball.
Foosball, yeah. This is great.
What happens if you shoot them? Does it do anything? Okay, no.
Yeah. So what happens in a lock rotation?
And that was when they were all locked in place, right? Is that what you did there? It's interesting that it even attempts to move if they're just frozen. Why wouldn't it just not move?
Yeah. That's a very good question.
That's weird.
All right, so this is kind of this is closer. Oh god, looks so weird.
They're like facing away from you.
Yeah. That one thing.
Like this would look really good if we were making a horror game, and you're walking down the hallway and you saw these things like that.
Yeah.
A horror game.
I mean, it's the motion blur that's just on by default is making it like so much scarier.
Oh, we can't do that.
What?
I was thinking if you just make one of them appear at a time because it looks like they're teleporting, like fast like Dragon Ball Z style.
Now this would be a good effect for the Chupacabra. I have no idea how
to replicate it.
How to replicate it in a way we can actually control. God, yeah. Oh my, that's cool. I like that.
All right, that's it. Save the project. Let's start a new one and just copy the stuff over. Save the artifact. Well, it has to do with looking, rotation, and freezing the things. That doesn't seem too difficult.
Yeah. So I think I need to. Whoops. So I do actually still want.
That's so weird. It just doesn't ignore it.
Yeah. I think I don't want to speculate. I think because I don't really know the insides of this, but I think it may just be a thing of it just may be trying to like force itself, so that might be just like the result of it, of like there's constraints that it's trying to override. If that kind of makes sense. Yeah. I don't know if that's like actually what's happening. In the game. Yeah.
Like these people put more constraints, but they obviously don't want the constraints, so I'm gonna try to fix it for them. I guess I've seen that kind of jittery stuff sometimes in games, not to that extent, but. Well.
So so what I need to do is I need to create a new vector where it keeps the same like so what I need to do is have it output a new vector where it's only moving on like the one axis we have unfrozen rather than all three. Because I think that might be the solution. I don't know if that will
instead of the look at player thingy?
Yeah. Well, so I'm going to try and do, and we'll move this back here, is so we have like find, look, and rotation, which returns a rotator, which in...
a quaternion.
Yeah, no, I want quaternions.
Oh, I don't know. Does real work in those?
Promote to local variable. What is it? Yeah, variable type rotator. All right. That's weird. I don't like that. Fine.
Rotate vector.
Trying to build. Oh, there we go. Something.
Yeah. There was a rotate vector right there under vector.
Yeah. What does this do? Turns the result of a vector A rotate by rotator B. So I think that's like a calculation. It's not like I'm trying to get like a whatever this object, the rotator. I'm just trying to get like the x, the one axis that we actually want rather than all three, because it's trying to calculate all three and we just need the one. Break rod into axis. I guess. All right, fine.
Okay. There's the X you need.
And I need to make sure that is the. Oh, it's not actually. I want it from the Z.
I just like how that's such a constant source of issues.
Okay. We'll see how this behaves now. It's a very, very clunky way of solving. Better?
How can you say?
I mean, it's.
How is that better?
I don't know. They're not like flying away as instantaneous.
Oh well.
I guess I don't know. There was one like floating above me and disappeared.
Yeah. Well, okay. Some of them are coming back down to the ground, so I could see
Oh, whoops.
the value of better there. You're down. Oh, there it goes. Somewhere.
So what if they are frozen along X? Huh.
I mean, kind of. I don't know. What if we just was that last time just everything unfrozen? Just start like
that was
normal?
X and Y frozen and Z was unfrozen. Z is the axis we want them to be moving along.
Why are they kind of like flying in the air too? Like not touching the ground?
Yeah, maybe.
Why?
I don't know. Oh, because they're.
But they should always fall, right? No, they were
Yeah.
falling before.
I don't know if that's maybe. Oh, maybe it's like something to do with their collider. I don't know what their collider is like.
Well, I mean, when you were jumping, they were hitting the ground. You know,
Yeah.
It's something with the rotation is making them not like it's ignoring gravity.
Maybe.
But I don't know why that would be.
Yeah, I feel like.
But because they're just not falling, like as gravity.
What happens if I push them down?
Those are some ugly turns.
I think because I still have that under the timer. Whoops. not doing that. Interesting?
Yeah. Are they even kind of leaning?
Yeah. I don't know why they're leaning. So, I mean, they are looking.
Oh wow.
But they always got that lean on it. Huh. Is that lean that's causing all those issues?
I don't know. Can I jump in the middle of them?
They won't let you. They're like guarding their young.
Excuse me.
Oh, well, you can just go in there. Now they're all looking at you, so that's working?
That one's mad. Like they just get bonked on the head. I mean, this is closer to what I want, but
Yeah, but now we lost the jumping.
yeah. Well, no, I can fix the jumping.
Famous last words. Yeah, I mean, that wasn't. I mean, I don't know why it's so jittery, but
Yeah.
they're looking, so that function works.
Jumping is back, but I need to unfreeze. Actually, if I unfreeze positions, then they're all going to go flying. But let's just look at that again. Oh, there's the tornado.
Are they
again.
trying to like get at you?
I don't know. Maybe
Because it's like this tornado is right above you, right?
Yeah.
So it's like circling your position.
It's definitely
Yeah, they're like trying to get at you.
somehow.
It's weird.
Oh my goodness. This is something else. And just,
Too bad you can't get them like around you. It's like this force
like
field
of chinchillas.
Chinchillas circling
Yeah.
around you. It's like here. Yeah, they seem to be circling you. You as the player object, the pawn. What if we try to make them like look at a box on the screen instead of the player?
Let's look at player.
There's another potato. Irish potato is in the chat there. Is your name's Potato too?
Oh,
It's
Irish
not quite a
potato.
potato.
Irish 2 Potato is asking if they can see a demo.
Demo of the game?
Sure, there it is.
It's currently a mouse NATO.
If you have suggestions to Mouse NATO, that's actually a good name for it, actually.
Yeah.
Thanks.
He said, "Oh dear God."
Work in progress.
I think it was God of Grunts that gave us Mouse NATO, right? Which is it's a nice project title name. I like it.
So now they're all looking at the gremlin, and then they kind of are flying around the gremlin, the chupacabra.
Yeah, so maybe it's something to do that look at thing. There's some kind of nuance that we don't understand about it.
God. It's generated its like own like vortex of chinchillas.
Well, we know how to create the vortex now.
Alright, I'm gonna destroy this because it's just dropping like meteorites.
Happy accidents, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I'm having a lot of fun with this. Let's just have them go back to as they were.
Okay, we're back to just the hopping.
Yeah. Wonder. I mean, there's definitely an easier way to. There's some way that is easy to get them to like look at the player if they're in range. I don't know what it is. Could try. I mean, cause like I'm trying to. Cause like in Unity, like look at it just generates like a rotation. It doesn't like.
Yeah.
Like this feels like it's applying like force and something to when you're setting the rotation of it.
Yeah.
So I'm not that.
Yeah, in Unity, it is. And sometimes kind of it's like the object will stay still and just rotate around and look in all the axes.
Yeah, put this component at this spec. I feel like it has to be.
Is that world rotation? Maybe that should be not world rotation.
Maybe local. Yeah, let's try
Maybe.
local.
Let's see what my little. Yeah, I mean my example says set world, but whatever. I mean, what's gonna happen?
There's not a set local.
No.
Set actor rotation. What's this? Set the actor's rotation instantly to a specified rotation. Target this actor.
The Rat Warsaw Pact, which is odd considering I don't know what Taco Bell is talking about.
Interesting.
Rodent curl. I think he's trying to like
Static mesh.
deep new rotation. Ooh, maybe that's gonna do it. Target is the actor.
They're kind of wanting to us to show their stream, but they're trying to get more traffic on their stream.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what.
Yeah, we're kind of doing our own thing here.
Yeah, we're here for another half hour, and then.
we don't mind watching later or whatever. Do you have a regular time you stream? You can put out the times.
I'm trying to think of a link they could send us
Oh yeah.
that we could like check out later.
Maybe,
I mean, we don't normally do like promotions yet because I mean I don't know, this whole thing. We're a non-profit, so it kind of gets a little complicated to do that kind of stuff.
But we don't mind checking your stuff out.
Yeah.
Do you? I mean.
Just, I don't know. If you tweet at us, stream, we could retweet it or at least direct it to other people to it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to understand. Now they're all jumping to the left. So it said actor rotation. Did I connect that back? I did not connect that back. That's why. Is this gonna be bad? Again?
Patrick probably would have gotten the mouse NATO joke.
Yes.
Mouse NATO.
Yeah, I got it.
You got it. Okay.
Was that everybody wrote it at this point?
No, NATO.
No, NATO.
As in NATO, as in N-A-T.
North American something. Maybe it's not North
House.
I don't know.
NATO.
Oh, as in the military alliance. Okay.
Yeah. I have to admit, I'm not. That's not really my.
I thought you said it with a D, so it was like mouse NATO, like shark NATO.
Yes, well, no, that was what we were talking about before.
Yeah, that ain't working.
Taco Bell took it to another direction, which was more.
Sounds like you took it to a good direction.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I'm wondering. Maybe I should work on the AI for a bit. Just take a break. The Chupacabra AI.
Yeah, maybe it'll teach us something about something to do with rotation.
Yeah.
North Atlantic Treaty Organization.
The what?
North Atlantic Treaty Organization.
Yes.
Taco Bell was spelling out.
Oi.
Auto save. 3, 2, 1.
Oh no.
Auto saving out of date packages. Like that reminds you about that.
The only thing that's like annoying with blueprints is like I'm not able to like easily access them from like another project. 'Cause sometimes with like Unity, it's like it's just a script and you just read it and whatever. But I would have to open a new project because I have a project where I did like the exact AI that I want to do. It's just like I would have to open that up, and that's like 10 minutes to get that set up.
How would you can't copy paste it? What would you do? Just click and drag a blueprint over?
Well, I just like look. I just check out the nodes and copy it that way. I mean, there's probably actually, I just remembered there. We'll see if this works or not. It's fun to find out on the stream. I have that still. I don't think I have that project still. That makes it much harder. Content.
Can you private message on this thing?
It ain't working. Never mind. Let's go see if I
It's
can.
called whispering or something? I've never tried it.
What?
Oh, private messaging.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
I think it's
I do not understand the Twitch thing with buggers. Yeah, I was gonna try and import the asset from another project, but I do not have the project on my computer, so that makes it doubly difficult. It is something I think I tried to cover in my lesson. I don't know if basic AI chooses the player. This was pretty sure this is the tutorial that I looked at.
Actually, I think you can click on their name and then they'll give you a link to their channel.
Yeah.
Well. Oh yeah, I guess I could just add the friend. There you go. And then I'm sure it'll pop up later. Look. Well, Frederick Woodrow Lyons was taken, so I had to add the extra one there. Taco pill. So I couldn't make it any shorter.
Got to sneeze like 6 more times.
Well, you're allowed 5.
Make it count.
Oh, don't tell me about paying for lessons. How dare you? Dare you demand
You're
compensation?
cheap at Tech Valley Game Space.
Yeah. Dare you demand compensation for your hard knowledge, hard knowledge.
We certainly don't.
Patrol AI. I think if I, okay, let's do it with blackboards. So so maybe I'll just start one. Maybe I'll just start it. There's like two weird things with AI in Unreal. There's like 2 methods, I guess, as far as my understanding goes. There's like basic AI where you kind of just use blueprints to kind of drive like just like a bunch of impulses.
Yeah.
Kind of like how I was trying to do with the mice, the chinchillas. There's also like what they call Blackboard, which is kind of like actual AI like character. I don't know if the word character tree is right, but it's like the AI like behavior tree. I think. Yeah, so it's like you can actually construct like a pretty decent behavior tree with Unreal of like just it comes to a decision and you can have it like have branching options and things from there. So that is kind of more complicated to set up, but that seems to be if you're trying to make a AI that like has pretty complicated behavior, then that's something. So it's like something where it's like, it can determine like what's the exact range where it wants, it should be attacking like a certain character, or like if it comes across like a character with like a certain attribute, like how its behavior should change and things.
So is that the one you're going to use for the sounds maybe like a little overkill.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of, I just
learn though.
Yeah, like I just want this thing to like it just like kind of bounces towards the player, and then when it gets in a certain range, there's like some action that happens. So it's like very linear. Like it does random things until it detects a player in range, and then goes from there. Which we can do that pretty basic. We can still do that all in blueprints, I think. So, but it's like that. It's the Blackboard stuff is like kind of cool because that's like a really advanced thing that like Unity doesn't have. Like it doesn't like Unity has like very basic like AI. I mean, like the ability.
The nav mesh, right?
Yeah, the nav mesh is kind of like the limit of it, is to my understanding. But this is like actual like AI behavior tree that you can kind of construct, which probably is also like assets out there that'll like replicate that for you, and you definitely could like code it on your own. But
no, it's nice to have it built in.
Yeah.
Then it starts like kind of standardizing maybe a workflow for that AI or something.
Yeah.
Introduction to
AI and navigational systems. Nope, that's fine. Another video. Oh God, this is a part of the night where my brain just shuts everything down.
You have 24 minutes?
Yeah.
Better get the brain juice back on there. So now we just AI, it's pretty simple. Just get.
Yeah, we'll get AI working, behavioral AI working in 24 minutes. No biggie.
Yeah, it's no big deal, actually. You just gotta fake it. Just gotta make it look like it's doing what you want it to do.
it is cool, I guess, to also set it up, but I kind of don't want to do that right now. I'm just
the next 2 episodes, learn the Unreal behavior tree.
Yeah.
Maybe the game won't get finished, but
I don't know. That might be. I may need to like look that up on my spare time.
Feels like it could be a series in itself.
Yeah.
AI and Unreal. AI and blah blah.
AI and anything. Yeah. I don't know what to do.
You wanted to get the little piggies moving.
Yeah, but I kind of I'm at the point where it's like I just want to finish something. I mean, we got the chinchillas are like hopping around a little. I mean, this is. I kind of don't like that they're just offsetting themselves now, so I'm gonna delete that. See if that fixes it. Well, maybe it's like just something to do with their colliders, of like, cause maybe that, maybe all of them should not be on the ground, close to the ground as they are. Where? Yeah, alright, that kind of fixed it.
I wonder if Unreal was kind of confused at the look at rotation, since their rotation things aren't standard, I guess, right? Like they were backwards or something. I don't know.
That's entirely possible, actually. Let me just try and.
I don't know how we would go about changing that or fixing that or even testing that.
Well, it would just.
Or why even?
Yeah, that might be. I might need to think about that.
Why there's not just like a transform board or something.
I may off stream. I may like try and correct those models and things, because that might save like a lot of time and effort to. I don't know. I mean, now it's at the, like I said before, it wasn't going to be a big deal, and now it's kind of a big deal. as with all things, it's. Oof.
Anything could be a big deal.
Yeah.
When you do it. It's just how deep you want to get into it. When is it good enough?
How's this guy? What are they doing?
Oh, I guess we could you get that guy to try to look at the player? Maybe if his rotations are okay?
Yeah, that's actually a good question. Are there the rotations?
Because that would be a way to test it without changing the, messing up with the chinchillas. And you'd probably want that thing to look at the player anyways.
Yeah. Static mesh. Yeah, okay, so this one had like kind of a little bit of a. I still need to correct this one, because this one like imported at like an angle. I mean, it's like, it's better, but this is like the 0-0 for it. It's like kind of this upwards. It's like it's facing a certain direction, so it's a little less. I don't know what the word, like it's less uniform than the chinchilla, because the chinchilla is like it is at like the wrong. It's like at a 90-degree angle that it's wrong at. This one's like wrong at like a certain. It's like at a.
It's not a 90. It's not a. Yeah, it's not
uniform.
What would you call that? Right angle or something?
Yeah, right angles.
I think those are special. I don't know. I remember geometry class making a big deal of right angles.
Yeah. It's just like I'm just zooming. You can look at the screen. I'm just zooming in and out on it. I don't know why. I mean, honestly, I'm trying to think of like what. I'm trying to think what I could do in like the next 10 minutes, because I don't think there's a whole lot much. So I'm honestly kind of feeling might want to close a little bit early. I mean, we got jumping.
Mhm.
Like they're jumping around a little bit. It's more than we got last time. Know a little bit more about how their rotations work. See a couple of things.
We got Mouse NATO too.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we got Mouse NATO stuff happening. Happening if we wish. So, I mean, yeah, like we got a little bit of movement, stuff we could apply to future streams. I think definitely. I mean, the next 2 streams I want to try and like work on an actual like broader mechanic, because we got like we've got like we still don't have like any sort of major goal, I guess, but I think there's stuff we could probably come up with. I might look around for some terrain things, like some maps or whatever, something that they could
use one of the terrain from Paradigm that they just released.
Yeah, maybe we'll look into that. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to call it a night there, because it's not really everything we have ahead of us is stuff that will take like more than 13 minutes to finish. So
sounds like a good stopping point.
Yeah. So.
Oh, good work though, right?
Yeah, I mean we got some progress done.
Yeah.
So.